recent situation. So I'm going to share with you a video where some children present questions to medical professionals. Right? So while watching it, I would like you to jot down some notes. So get your pen and paper ready.
Hi, I'm Webb. I've been having some questions about the coronavirus. I will be asking Dr. Williams and Dr. Rao.
Hi, I'm Jason Williams. I'm a pediatric psychologist at Children's Hospital, Colorado.
I'm Suchitra Rao, one of the pediatric infectious diseases doctors and hospital medicine physicians at Children's Hospital, Colorado.
What is the coronavirus?
Coronavirus is a type of germ, a virus, that can cause people to have a cold, so runny nose, cough, and in some people it can cause some more severe symptoms like trouble breathing. So coronavirus is just a name for a family of viruses. So there are a bunch of different coronaviruses, and there are some that we see every year that can cause respiratory infections during the winter months. So what you're hearing a lot about in the news and then amongst your family and friends is a new type of coronavirus that they detected around late last year that is causing some mild infections, but also some more serious infections too.
Is there a cure?
Right now, we really don't have a cure for the coronavirus that's circulating that everybody is talking about. And in fact, that's actually true of a lot of the respiratory viruses that we are seeing right now during those winter months. And so that's just because it's really hard to have treatments for viruses just because they can hide from the body so well. So there's a bunch of scientists right now that are actively trying to look into ways to be able to treat the virus. And what's really important for this type of infection is to try and develop a vaccine to use to try and prevent people from getting sick. So there's a bunch of scientists that are working on treatments for that as well.
Is it safe to wear a mask?
So it is absolutely safe to wear a mask, but it may not really be necessary to wear a mask right now. So you may be seeing a lot of people that are out and about that are wearing masks at the moment, but it is not something that we're recommending that you or your family need to do. So when you usually see people wearing masks, it tends to be in a hospital or a clinic setting. And the reason why people do that is because if you're sick, it's a way of preventing somebody else from catching that sickness. But it's also a really good way that doctors and nurses and people who are working in hospitals can prevent spreading an infection from one person to another. So while you might be seeing a lot of people wearing them, again, you really don't need to be telling your mum and dad to go out and buy boxes of masks because we really don't need to be doing that out in the community. And we also want to make sure that we have enough masks available for those doctors and nurses and people that do work in the hospital settings who really do need them.
Will school be canceled? Why?
One of the things that we want to make sure is that we're protecting everybody's health. And one of the ways to do that is not to have people who are sick come into contact with a lot of other people. And one of the places that happens very naturally is at a school. And so we'd be talking with medical professionals and your principal and other school folks about what we need to do to make sure that people stay safe. And that might include canceling school. Hopefully it's for a short time and that we get back to our routine as quickly as possible.
Is it safe to go outside with other kids?
We want to make sure that things stay as normal as possible in your life, and that includes playing with your friends. Now, what we would encourage you to do is maybe not do the high fives that you might do on the playground. We know the virus goes from one person to another through contact, so not having high fives might be something to do. Maybe do some elbow bumps instead, and then really to keep it a fair distance between you and your friends, so that when you're playing, you're not playing games that might have a closer contact. So keeping 3 feet or so away from each other would be important to try to do.
Will Grandma and Grandpa be okay?
We do know that the virus actually can impact folks that are a little older, so we want to make sure that you're staying as healthy as you possibly can. And if you do get sick, or are feeling ill in any way, or any of your family members are feeling ill, is not to be around Grandma and Grandpa for a little while. The other thing that's really important to do, make sure you're washing those hands. So when you do visit, even if you're feeling good, a good hand hygiene and making sure everything's clean before you visit, it will be really important.
What about my little brother?
The good news is that we haven't seen as many illnesses with some of our younger kids. And so the coronavirus does impact everybody, and it impacts our families in different ways. So what we would encourage you to do again there is maybe work with your little brother to do some hand hygiene games, and to make sure things are clean in the house. So you guys can be in control of your health and in your environment, and that may help you feel better about not worrying about your family member.
What happens if I get sick?
One important thing to remember is if you do get sick over this time of year, it's still going to be more likely that you are sick with one of these colds and viruses that we always just see this time of year. And so if that is the case, it's usually good to stay home from school and to try to not be around a bunch of people so that you don't get any other people sick. And that way you can rest and recover and start feeling better. If you are not feeling well, you really do want to let your mom and dad know, and they can decide if you need to go and see your doctor. If you are sick, getting lots of rest, eating well, trying to stay hydrated with drinking lots of drinks is a really good way to try and recover and get better. So in terms of when you do get sick, you might be coughing, you might be sneezing a lot. So remember that when you do that, being really good about washing your hands. And so that means for at least 20 seconds, making lots of bubbles and foam when you wash your hands. And for your little brother, you can tell him that if he's a big fan of the Baby Shark song, that would be getting up to about Daddy Shark. Hand sanitizer is always really good if you don't have soap and water around, and just remembering when those times are that you want to be washing your hands. So for sure after you use the bathroom, for sure before you eat anything, and then if you have been coughing and sneezing and using a tissue and blowing your nose, it's always a good time as well. So remember, with tissues, you want to be throwing those out as soon as you use them. So if you can try and avoid sharing cups, sharing spoons and forks and knives, and sharing food with others, that's always another really good way as well. So these are just some simple things that you and your family can do just to make sure that you don't spread any sort of infection to others.
Can we still go on our trip to Mexico?
What we do know is that there are some places that are recommended to not travel to right now, just because they are seeing a lot of coronavirus infections happening in those places. While we know that there are some places that are very safe to travel to now, some things may change. And as we know more about the virus and where it's circulating, there may be other countries that do pop on that list of places that are better not to travel to right now. So just before making any travel plans, it's always good to look at that list and then discuss with your family if you want to delay that trip or continue to go ahead as planned.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Dr. Williams, and thank you, Dr. Rao, for telling me about the coronavirus.
I hope you have enjoyed yourself, and that's it for today on the Specialist Speech. Goodbye, kids.